Hello, this is Theme Team Problems with
Chad.
and Randy, and this is episode 9 or 10, The Phantom Menace. And we're here to talk about Heroclix, any random Heroclick, and for the first time we're going to do a live on air, the random number generator that will decide what Heroclix set we will talk about. Chad, are you ready?
I am ready. You may proceed.
Okay, number 82. So now, 82. Okay. Man of Steel.
Ah.
Alright. Also, if anybody's interested, so we're doing from the first set ever to 138, which is the Wonder Woman set. So at the time, it was, I guess that was as furthest as it was, but now it's like further, I guess the Golden Age or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever's modern.
Actually, I'm not sure because I think they halted rotation, and I have to remember.
Oh, because of the
rotation. Yeah.
The pandemic. Also, fun fact, set 82 was in 2013. The Man of Steel set. I don't know when that movie came out. I thought it was like 2011.
I believe it was also 2013.
Okay. So, see 13 figures from the regular set. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for, I think that's the Target exclusive things.
I believe they also did it with that set, yes.
So, 12 plus 7 plus 6. Because I guess there was a Fast Force.
Oh, there was the Fast Force. I think it's an odd number because there was a marquee figure that I think was still tied into that set.
Yeah, okay. That's why this is confusing. We're using HG Realms, the unit section, just so you guys know. If you're a HeroClix fan and you don't know about it, it's a good spot to see all the dials.
Yes.
It's the most updated one. I think there's other ones that are just are not updated anymore. So, okay, 12 plus 7 plus 6. Chad?
That's a lot of numbers. I believe it is 25.
Are you okay? 12, 6, 7.
Uh-huh.
Are we sure it's 25? Just because I wasn't good at telling you the numbers.
If those are the numbers you told me, then those are the numbers.
And I just did the other number, 25. So
Yeah.
the 25th thing. Wait, what? Oh, 23rd. Sorry. So let's see. 1. So that's 25, 24. Faora. From the starter set.
Ah.
Okay. Do you have it looked up?
I have it pulled up in front of me, yes.
Okay, so it's the Faora starter set figure 105. Just because of the weird numbering.
Yeah, it's more difficult when it's all lumped in together. That's why I kind of like when they do have it separately.
Yeah, it would have been like I know for other sets after the fact they do that, but like for this one, I guess they didn't.
Well, I think they even did it for sets before it. I'm not sure why they did it for this one.
I don't know. It's weird. It's complicated.
So, I think sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I think it just depends on who's doing the unit section and what's most convenient.
Well, that was an older section page. It looks like after like 2014 they did it separate.
I think more consistently, yeah, because I see some from before it that were also separate, like.
I think the Target exclusiveness stuff is what mucks it up because that's where it looks like it's what's mucking up some of these things.
Oh, I could see that. Yes.
Okay, whatever. But let's just get into it then. So, Man of Steel, Faora. Did you get this starter set? I didn't even know that this had a starter set for Man of Steel.
I believe I did. I think I remember a lot of these pieces existing, but not a lot of them being played.
Oh, really? You never used it? You mostly used the Superman and I think Zod ones.
Yeah. See, I would have preferred the Target exclusive Faora, and I never got her. So, yeah, I got a lot of this. I think I used the soldiers and the scientists the most from this set in little teams and as, support pieces. And then, of course, the Superman, which I think I used the marquee, the number 100, the most, just because of how ridiculous it is.
Well, I just remember the people really wanted That's Superman and Zod.
Oh, the General Zod with the powers.
Yeah, the good Zod, because there was a bad Zod. Yeah.
I also wanted that one, and I don't think I ever got him. But also ridiculous and fun piece to play, as I would assume. It looks just amazing.
Yeah. Wait, okay, can we travel back in time for a sec here and explain how difficult it kind of was to get this particular set at Target? Because I remember like going to Targets and just like it was ransacked. At least for me, it was just like completely all the HeroClix were ransacked. And I remember going once to one, and all that was left was a Jor-El card. Like somebody had opened up like the packets, and I just walked away with them. But they left just the card, and I think a Kryptonian scientist or something. So I had a Kryptonian scientist and a Jor-El card.
Yes.
No, it was the soldier, just regular soldier, like Soldier 8.
Just basic soldier. Yeah. It was difficult. That's why I counted myself lucky that there was a Target so close to where I lived.
Just down the block.
Because I would check every day, and when it finally showed up, I would do the still slightly selfish, but less selfish than opening up stuff or only getting the one good thing and then, getting out of there. I would at least buy the whole thing and, incur that little bit of debt so that I could assure myself a couple of good pieces.
The old Heroclix debt.
Yes, and not be the weirdo who's like, oh, I'm just gonna, open all these up until I get what I want and then leave the rest because that's cool.
People did that too, but like.
Yeah, a couple of different sets that happened with at a couple of different Targets. I would just like, oh, let me check, and then I would see like I forgot what set exactly it was. It might have been like it might have been the Winter Soldier set, Captain America, and they had made like little cuts in the packaging so that they could look at the collector number. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, and then there's exactly one missing. I'm like, oh, they got the chase, and then just like left all this damaged product. How cool of them! Such cool people they are.
No, I'm just thinking. So like they don't do the Target exclusive anymore, right? Just at all? It's unofficially canceled?
Technically, yes. The company, so from what I remember hearing when it was happening, funny enough, around the Wonder Woman set that came out a while ago, the company didn't want to stock it anymore in the Targets because it wasn't really like Target product. It was just sold in Target, which I found out when I had a package and I was like, hey, can you look up this UPC? Can you check to see if you have any in stock? And if you do, well, then I'll walk around the store until I find it. And they're like, it's in the system so we can charge for it, but it's not in our inventory because we don't stock it. So they eventually stopped stocking it, and that kind of mode shifted to where there was still two separate chases, but you would get both of them if you bought a case of the gravity feeds all together. One box would have one chase, one box would have the other chase, and that's how it used to go with the Hobby League boxes would go into stores, and you get one chase, and then the mass market boxes would go into places like Target and I think a different chain store on the other coast, and that would be the mass market exclusive, and those were usually harder to get because if a store ever had it, they only had the one box, and once that box was gone, they usually didn't have another box. So if somebody picked the best piece and then left, or did the less scummy but still scummy thing as what I did, which was just buy the whole thing, yeah, you just missed out on it. And then there would be price gouging.
Oh, there was super price gouging.
Yeah, that's the main reason I try to A, pre-order stuff when I can, because who knows how popular it's going to be when it actually comes out. And B, I didn't want to be price gouged just to complete a set or to get a piece that is a character I like, but somehow does something very unique or powerful in the game, and now it costs $50. I'm like, oh, I guess I don't get an Apache Chief Super Friend that I've wanted and almost modded myself out of like a old Ant-Man click, and yeah. So that's another one I still haven't gotten that I need to get to eventually.
Yeah.
But that system, they stopped doing it that way.
Good.
Like, yeah, mostly good. It's like, okay, that's kind of like, why make us go through this extra effort just to buy stuff? Like,
And it's so limited that it incentivizes price gouging. It incentivizes I'm not saying you completely scummy with it, but like to just like buy the whole lot of it because it's like, well, they're not gonna restock because, like you said, it's not like a regular item. It's like
like whoever was stocking the stores said, okay, well, I'm gonna buy one box for this store and one box for this store. They were placed there, and then if they were sold, they sold. If they didn't, they didn't. But like whatever was there, and there wasn't gonna be any more. And it was always difficult because, like, okay, well, yeah, it was slightly easy for me to check Target every day, but also I had to check Target every day or else I would just miss out on stuff. And I did. I missed out on a lot of things because I would like skip a day and like half the box would be gone when I checked the next time.
Like people fucking trekked to do that. We did that. We trekked to Targets to fucking find them.
Yeah, like anytime we were out and we would pass by or like, hey, I think there's a Target nearby. Do you want to pop in and check real quick?
It's like, yes, I need to buy beer.
Yeah. But also, okay, with everything that happened in 2020, there was supposed to be the premiere of the Black Widow movie.
Oh, yeah.
And in similar fashion, 2 weeks before the movie was supposed to premiere, a Gravity Feed is supposed to come out. 2 weeks and 2 days because it's the Wednesday before the Friday. So it didn't come out. And then it was just in the wind and nobody knew what was happening. And I think like a month after it was supposed to come out, maybe a month and a half, guess what? It shows up at Target somehow, some way. And now all of a sudden you have extra super price gouging because, hey, this is a good piece and it's a chase and nobody has it because everybody who pre-ordered didn't get whatever they were going to get because shipping, and somehow stuff didn't get shipped to distributors and then to stores, but Target's still open and Target's still receiving stuff. So whoever used to stock that aisle can now somehow get this product and stock it in Target or whatever your particular mass market chain is that is used by the Excel company. And it's there, and there's one box, and you either get a decent chase or the really sought-after chase, and it's a crapshoot. And sometimes you buy the whole box, and sometimes there's only 3 pieces left. And once again, price gouging because of usefulness and extreme rarity. And I want to say, like, even the decent chase was going for like $80 in the first week, and that Black Widow chase was somewhere over like 120, 150 maybe, early on.
Well, it's like,
oh man.
I hate how this game, that's the one thing I don't like about this game, is just like people taking advantage of other people like that.
Yeah, and I want to say like part of it is the scarcity of it, and I know it's partially because the company and or distributors do not want to be burned on leftover product just sitting and taking up space and not being able to be sold. And I understand that, but there also is the other side of it of like, okay, well, we're going to look at pre-orders of a set that only the diehards really are going to pre-order because some people are a little more passive and want to be sure that there's going to be A, characters they enjoy, and or B, characters that are going to be useful in a competitive format. So they're going to wait for previews before they order. And sometimes, and that's why I try not to, if I'm able to, I try to pre-order a decent amount, a brick or a case, before previews come out, just so that it's assured it hasn't sold out yet, there hasn't been some kind of rush or hype because, oh, this character exists, or this character does something, and that works really well combined with this other aspect of the game. Then all of a sudden it's sold out.
It just, I thought we were rid of it, but it just keeps coming back sometimes. It just, I don't know.
Pre-ordering is nice if you can, because with the X-Men set due out at the end of the year, I pre-ordered at the assumed suggested retail price before the announcement of the increase of prices of the Blitz boosters was announced. So I got in, like, I think 2 weeks before the buzz of, oh, they're raising prices. Oh, it's going to be $20 more now.
What?
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, well, no, for
for the booster. I mean, sorry, the brick.
I think 20. I think 20 for a. No, yeah, I think 20 for a brick.
Is it because is there like super stuff in it, or is it like why is
No,
the price increase?
as far as I could tell, it is a regular brick setup. It is a regular amount, an average amount of pieces in the set. I think they've just raised their prices, which they've done before. Usually it came with a new format when they went from 4-piece boosters to 5-piece boosters and the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it got raised somewhere between now and when they changed the format at least once by like $1. Like I swear at one point it was like $11, and then it went to like 13, and now it's gonna be 15, 16.
Well, I think hopefully something changed.
Yeah,
because it hasn't come out because we don't have all the information. Hopefully, I would hope at least quality of clicks is better, maybe.
Or more on a set, or quality. I think they did mention something about quality improvement, but then there was a post I seen, and it was like, oh, this is all the other times they had mentioned something about quality, and they had like little examples of pieces from sets that came out kind of right after they had made those announcements, and it was like, oh yeah, that piece where they're just standing there. Oh yeah, that piece where it doesn't really look that good. But I mean, here's the thing: I'm gonna still buy it.
Well, yeah.
I have to now save more for each set, but I, like most other people, are gonna still buy the boosters. I think some might focus more on singles, and like, well, I only like this piece or this character or this keyword, so I'm gonna just focus on the pieces that I know for sure that I like and will play.
That's how I do.
Yeah, and it works. And I sometimes regret the part of me that is a bit of a completionist.
A bit.
And has to try at least to attempt to get close to a complete set, which I've only come very, very close once in a regular set. And I'm just missing a chase, and I still have not broke down and paid for that chase yet. Mostly because I'm salty about the time I almost got it and was like very, very, very close to actually getting it early on in the sealed, and just by fate I did not. It's the Chase Thanos from the Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Galactic Guardians. Yeah.
Oh damn, that's a good set to have a full set of.
Yeah, I walk into the store and they have a bunch of boosters on the counter, and I'm like, oh, that's fine, it's randomized, people get whatever they get. So I pay, I pick up 2 boosters, I go, I wait to open. The person who comes in right after me pays, picks up 2 boosters, and in each booster was a Chase Thanos.
Oh my god.
I'm like, oh.
Each one?
Oh boy. I mean, I would have loved if that was me, but I also would have loved if I could have just gotten one of them. I would have been very happy if that was the case. And sadly, it was not.
That sucks. Okay. Okay. I gotta bring this up also. We have not at all talked about the piece that we're gonna talk about.
I know. I thought about that earlier, and I did in that pause think, we haven't really talked about Faora.
Well,
at least.
Well, I don't know. I find it interesting.
A bit.
It is, but I don't know. It's a thing to talk about involving the set because, well, not specifically for this figure because it's a starter set figure. But I did notice it's like, oh, it seems like this Faora is like a rookie one where they were still on Krypton or something. Because she seems like just overall weaker, like completely weaker. She can't even fly, the figure.
Yeah, a little bit. And I like how at this time the company, and therefore this unit section, was showing the old color-coded for rarity experience, rookie experience and veteran. So Red. Yeah, on the unit section, it still has her as yellow rookie from the starter set.
Yeah, and then the other Faora, the chase one, is red for veteran.
For veteran, because this one, this one can fly and has Indomitable and Superman enemy and a bunch of extra powers that this other one did not have, because she's basically, well, you look at the keywords: Assassin, Kryptonian, Trio of Doom. So yeah,
they call
very much
themselves
just a basic Kryptonian without the added benefits of a yellow sun.
Well, yeah, like in the lore of the movie and stuff. But as a figure, she's like basically a space assassin, and it's like
Yes.
pretty good. I don't know. It's actually, if she had a move and attack like starting off or in some way, she'd be like really good.
Yeah.
But like as is, I don't know. Traded stealth, that's really nice.
Yeah, I think that's part of it is she's meant to try and get into position. Because yeah, espionage trait, Fiora can use stealth. When Fiora is a target of a ranged combat attack, she can use super senses. So there's that little added protection of, maybe you don't see me, maybe I'm hiding. And then, Psychic Blast, Shape Change on the first dial.
Ooh, that's a...
Some close combat stuff later on, like she gets Blaze Cloud's Fang, she gets Flurry at the end, one click where she has both, and then Shape Change again at the end of it.
Well,
and I believe that Mind Control in the middle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because of willpower. Kryptonian technology.
Yeah, so Mind Control, Psychic Blast, and Willpower right in the middle.
The attack stats are alright. Not crazy.
Yeah, pretty average, but decent with the powers if you can position her correctly.
Well, again, with the lore, it's like, it makes sense. It's like, well, she's basically human, but just like a trained human. So it's like, what, she wouldn't have 11 attack would be weird. More 10 attack would be weird too. And the 8 is like, it's a passable thing. The defense, it's like, well, it's not a crazy, but it's like, it doesn't need to be crazy.
Indicative of the fact that she is like a soldier, she's wearing armor probably.
Mm-hmm. And then like, I don't know, training, you could say that is the willpower.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like, I don't know, I don't like when, I don't like that she has stealth and the ranged super senses. Because, well, that incentivizes the enemy to like come in close combat, and so super senses is completely null at that point. The only way that works, I guess, is in the set because it's a Man of Steel, and there's probably a good amount of characters with the Superman team ability.
Yeah.
So they can see through stealth, and like I guess that's the only way that is relevant, I guess.
Because there are times where a theme within a set or a mechanic within a set works well within the set. And in a larger, regular 60-ish average piece set, it's less bogged down. But in a set that has, with a Fast Force and a marquee figure, about 25 pieces, oh, yeah, Superman enemy, Superman ally. People can use stealth, people who can see through stealth. So there's that little counter of like, well, if you're not using a Superman piece or a Superman ally piece, then you won't be able to range combat these people. It's all close up, which if you have a Superman piece shouldn't matter too much because they could probably do damage close up as well.
Mm-hmm. I guess for a Kryptonian, like if you're fighting another Kryptonian team, it'd be very good, a little piece. The one problem I have with it, because I do like the sharpshooter with it, because like that means most of her, she can do a lot of damage, like most of her dial because of that. But the one thing I don't like, and I'm sure like you too, maybe this is different stuff now, but the point value, 100 points.
Yeah, well, okay. They had an issue with power creep, as they always have, as they always will, and it got bad for a while, and they tried to correct it for a little bit. Like if you saw this piece right now, it'd probably be closer to like 75 points.
Yeah, that's like, what I'm saying. Like I'm not 100 on that, but like, yeah, like now this piece would not be 100 points.
No.
I guess, okay, so I was looking at the Trio of Doom a keyword.
Yes.
And so they can do 300 point team altogether if you have the whole starter set, or 400 points if you want to do Zod at 200.
Oh, right.
So I guess it works in that way,
Yeah.
And I don't know, like if you got the points for it for 54 points more, and if you do have it, there's the Chase Fiora.
Yeah, true. The mass market rares.
With more like damage potential overall.
Yeah, 1 extra click, a little better stats, a little better defense powers, offense powers.
Team ability.
Yeah. And the Superman Emblem team ability as well, yeah.
Which would be very good with, like, if you're next to Zod or something.
Yes.
I don't know, like, comparing... Okay, let's compare her to Namek, the other character with the Trio of Doom from the same starter set.
Yes.
I don't know, he's all beefy attack, and he's a giant.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
And
for 100 points, I guess it depends
periodically.
Sorry.
So periodically he'll get Battle Fury and Close Combat Expert at the same time, which is okay, but for him, he should have super strength on the clicks where he doesn't have those powers, and or just have it traded, and you could choose when you have them both at the same time.
But then thematically it doesn't make sense. Why would he have super strength on the planet they live in? I was gonna say Namek because his name is Namek, but that is from Dragon Ball Z.
I suppose that's technically true, but they do have him as a giant. They do have him as this larger than average individual.
He's 6'5", run. Like, I don't know how tall he was in the movie, but it didn't seem like he was that much taller. It's like maybe 7 feet, but does that count as a giant?
I mean, I want to say, I should look it up, but I want to say if you're close to like 8 feet, which I think is what they were trying to go for. Because if you compare the size of like the Clark Kent figure and the Namek, it's noticeable how much bigger this person is supposed to be. I don't know if he should qualify as a giant in the game, but I also do not want to say he should not be a giant, because that would be ridiculous.
And that's not my place to say whether he should be a giant or not.
And see, here's the thing, and who knows what the design thought was when they were making this set, because the rare isn't a giant, he's standard size. So why this individual from the starter set is described as a giant, and the same character later on in his story with now flight and a bunch of other powers is now no longer a giant.
That might just be a balancing thing.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at a GIF from the movie.
No.
He is as tall as a small U-Haul van.
That's pretty tall.
Not like a big U-Haul van. I'm talking about like a
the one right above the pickup truck looking one.
Yeah, like, you know, like this is a Sunday school like fucking bus.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's about what I was picturing.
That's not a giant though.
No, not a giant.
So maybe the I was gonna say Namekian air. No, the Kryptonian air makes him really tall, and when he got to Earth, all that solar radiation.
You just shrunk him a little bit.
Okay, looking at these action figures, he is about just above 1 head taller than Zod.
Okay, and I don't think Zod was that short either.
Fiora is about half a head shorter than Zod.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He's not a giant. Also, we still not. I don't know. We got away from the main topic, which is Fiora. I feel there's not much to say left about her. What do you think?
I believe that's accurate.
I'm never gonna play this figure. If I had this figure, I wouldn't play it. 100 points in Modern, I wouldn't play it. In a Kryptonian team, I wouldn't play it. Maybe in an Assassin's team. And I guess I would be forced to in a Trio of Doom team.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to remember if I actually did play her, and I know I have played a Trio of Doom team.
so it probably was her since I don't have the other one. But yeah, I don't think this one would have stayed in
rotation,
the play rotation for very long, if at all. Maybe just 1 or 2 games for her very specific keywords.
Like, I feel back in the day, maybe there might be more utility, like, but like in modern, like if you have modern figures and like again with a Kryptonian team in modern play, this isn't worth it for the points unless you're trying to be thematic about it, which is the only way I could see it working.
Yeah, I mean that's what I strive for when at all possible.
Yeah, it ain't there, Chief. I tried to sound cool, it didn't work out. Okay, I want to wrap it up. We talked a lot about a lot of stuff, right?
I mean, HeroClix in general, which is the point of all of this.
Yeah, that's
and 5% about the piece that was randomly generated.
Yeah, that ain't us. That's on them. That's on the numbers. Yeah. But I want to do like an SNL style outro. Like, well, we made it to the end of the show, guys. We have all our special guests here. Here's Alec Baldwin. He's doing it again. Jim Carrey is on. Chad, Toaster, everyone's here. Good night. And then we just clap and like talk fake in front of a camera as the camera zooms out.
Everyone still is there.
Do you think that's awkward? I remember one time it was awkward because I think like something happened. Oh, I was watching. I think it was like the Kelly Clarkson thing. No, not Kelly. It's the Ashley Simpson thing.
Oh,
because she was still there at the end of the episode. Oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't know what to do, and I did hold down.
Yes.
And then like they did the outro. I was like, what the fuck? So we're doing that. Imagine we're talking to Ashley Simpson.
Okay.
Okay. There's no audio way of doing this, so I'll put in the SNL music. Why not? Yeah. Thank you for listening. We have our other podcast, Comic Mistakes. We have our YouTube channel at Comic Mistakes, where I also do YouTube videos about comic books, and then we post the video version of this. We have our Instagram, Comic Mistakes, and you were listening to Theme Team Problem. Yeah, subscribe to us on the, the Spotify stuff, and we're on Apple. So thanks for listening. Anything else, Chad?
I believe we're done.
Cool. Take us out, Lauren Michaels. The end. That's the official end.